What's up, guys? So, Azealia Banks, a name you guys might not know of. I'm trying to think because I don't even remember if I did upload this video talking about Azealia Banks appearing on the TV show Nick Cannon's Wild and Out. And if I didn't, I will talk about that in this video. But if I did make a video about that, then I will be talking about that situation again to just kind of add to this video and stuff. But so if you guys don't know the name Azealia Banks is a rapper that is more known, not known for her rapping, but more known for her beefing on like social media and stuff. This girl, even the first time I seen her name trending on Twitter, because I don't know, for some, it was like I think around the time when Iggy Azalea started blowing up and stuff. And I seen the name Azealia Banks, and for some reason I just seen them two names and was just all like, is this the same person? Like, what's this or something? Clicked on it and then seen, yeah, I think it was even that first day I seen Azealia Banks' name, she was beefing with Iggy Azalea and stuff. Iggy Azalea is another rapper. But, yeah, and I'm thinking in my head, like, who is this? So I'm just all like, oh, okay, you know, just moved on. But then it's like, as the years progressed on, you know, there is always, you know, another new day started. You know, just all of these years then passed by of me knowing the name Azealia Banks. And every year, every time when I seen her name trending, it was never because of her music. And that would lead to my question to Azealia Banks. Why is it that every time when your name trends, it's never because of your music? It's always because you're beefing with somebody. Even last night, she was beefing with the singer Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey. I know you guys are like, what could that have, like, how did that come about? So, from what I read, I guess Kanye made some comments. Lana Del Rey says some things about that. And then Azealia Banks had attacked Lana Del Rey for it. And then Lana Del Rey followed up with some tweets saying, first tweet saying, I won't not F you the F up, period. Second tweet saying, Banks, you could have been the greatest female rapper alive, but you blew it. Don't take it out on the only person who had your back. And I think Lana Del Rey is referring to herself when she says that. But my thing is that how are you going to beef with somebody? And this is like been every time when she's beef with somebody, Azealia Banks, like, you don't beef with people on your level. You beef with people on a higher level than you. Like, my thing is that Lana Del Rey is on a higher level than you. You, on the other hand, like, let me just say this. Lana Del Rey's music was featured in movies. I have yet to hear your music. Your music most likely has never even been featured in a commercial. Like, I don't understand that every time, and you know what? I know people are going to be all like, why are you going in on this whole music thing? I'm pretty sure there was a time where she was like, you know, her name was trending because she's released some music and stuff. She's released 4 singles this year. 4 singles, and supposedly supposed to have an album coming out. I didn't even know that until I looked it up last night when this whole situation with her and Lana Del Rey was going up. But Lana Del Rey, on the other hand, I remember it was some time ago when the last time I think I seen something about Lana Del Rey, it was talking about the last music day. It was like Marinette. That's why I seen it, because I thought she was making some music about like Seattle and stuff. I seen Mariners and it was like, wait a second, like she's a Seattle fan? What? And I'm like, I don't know. But it's every time I've seen Lana Del Rey's name, it's always because of her music. You know, and it's like this girl, she's been featured with some big artists. Azealia Banks, on the other hand, the last time she's had a feature was in 2016. So that kind of says a lot right there. Like, yeah, she might have had people featured on her music and stuff, but I mean, and it's, you know, who are these guys at that? Like, I don't know. Maybe there are some big names featured on her songs and stuff, but I feel like for the most part, yeah, it was like some just random, like some up and coming artists, some SoundCloud rappers. You know, and Azealia Banks just took notice in them. They're all like, all right, well, I got to take my shot, do whatever I possibly can do and things. But Azealia Banks, I think, and even with this situation, I remember with Nick Cannon's show, Wild and Out. So she appeared on that show. And if you guys don't know what that show is about, It's about like roasting, cracking jokes on people and stuff. Like they crack jokes on everybody that steps foot in that place. The audience members, their people that they work with, Nick Cannon himself, and he's like the head honcho of the show. They crack jokes on everybody. Don't hold back. Like I'm pretty sure everybody, if you do know Nick Cannon, you do know he was married to Mariah Carey. They divorced. They crack jokes on that. Like they crack jokes about this man's divorce. I think the worst joke, it was a funny joke, but the worst joke that they could have said about him, where it's like, all right, maybe that was a little bit too far. So they were doing like this heckling like segment of the show, and Nick Cannon said a joke about one of the other cast members on the show. Then one of the guys stood up and was all like, Nick Cannon, that joke was just about as weak as your kidneys. And I think it was, some time ago, Nick Cannon had like a kidney failure situation. Like something did go down with his kidneys. And I was like, wow. Like the joke overall, like Nick Cannon did kind of laugh about it and stuff. And I think he was overall like cool with it. And even with this like Mariah Carey jokes and all like jokes about his music and stuff. And they all laugh about it. But that's what they know. That's what they expect. They know that jokes are going to be said about them. Azealia Banks, I don't think she had that memo. I don't think she understood the show. She must have thought, oh, well, since I'm going to be on the show, it's a compliment episode. So these guys are supposed to compliment me. And so, she went on there. And there's a comedian on there, DC Young Fly. He cracked a joke on Azealia Banks. It was like a talked about thing because there was people saying like, oh, she started crying about it and stuff. And the episode, I think, when the episode came out, then they definitely posted that video of what DC Young Fly had said to her. And I'm like, bruh, there's been far more worse things that's been said to people on that show. And I remember it was like one of my coworkers at work, they were just all like, oh, well, he called her ugly. He calls DC Young Fly, if you know who he is, he calls everybody ugly. That's how he greets people. That's how he says bye to people. If he were to say that to me, I'm like, well, that's what he says. I can't be mad at him for saying something that like that, or I can't be mad at him for what he says. So it's just, what did she really expect? And so, if you watch the video, and I was like, I can feel her vibe through that video. Like, I can feel it. Like, just by watching it. I wasn't even physically there, but I can feel the vibe that she was giving off. And, she was, the way she was acting, it was like, oh my God. Like that, it was borderline cringy, but just all like, it was just annoying seeing somebody act like that. Like, what did you really expect on a show where people are known for cracking jokes and roasting each other? She pretty much walked into a fire expecting to be cold. Like, Azealia Banks, come on now. My advice to Azealia Banks, release music. Because it's like, that's, if you call yourself a rapper, that's what you need to be doing. Rapping, okay? Like, all of this stuff, beefing with people, because I have yet to any Azealia Banks stan, supporter, fan, anybody, Azealia Banks herself, when was the last time your name was trending because you released some music? May I remind you guys, she's released 4 singles this year, and she's supposed to have an album coming out. World Star didn't post about it. Nobody posted about it. Azealia Banks is probably the only person posting about it. Or maybe any Azealia Banks fan page that she most likely controls. But anybody else, from people I know, out of all the friends that I've made throughout my whole life, I have yet to hear that they listen to Azealia Banks. Even co-workers at my job, I was cracking a joke where it's like, if somebody, all right, had you at gunpoint and say, you name a Azealia Banks song right now, they all would have gotten shot. It's like, it probably would have got to the point where the robber was just like, okay, that's a little bit too hard. Okay, so name an Eddie Murphy song, okay? If you can name an Eddie Murphy song, and Eddie Murphy did make music, okay? They had it featured on Grand Theft Auto 5. But if you can name an Eddie Murphy song, all right, from his famous song to his least famous song, you will live. I know I will live, because I would start singing that song, okay? Because I had that song like, as a matter of fact, I want to download that song and put it on my Spotify thing, because that was a good song. Yeah, I listen to Eddie Murphy. I'd rather listen to him than Azealia Banks. All right, so that should be Then watch that be a meme. They were like, I'd rather listen to this person than Azealia Banks. I feel like for the most part, people only listen to her music because they've never heard her music before. It's crazy because she has over 800,000 monthly plays on Spotify. And I'm like, wow, that's impressive. But chances are a good portion of them people are only there because they need to hear your music for the first time. So I feel like that, yeah, Judge, I rest my case. All right, I am closing the briefcase and I am waiting for the verdict. All right, but yeah, with Azealia Banks, it's it is what it is with that girl. But yeah, let's hope for the best with her. Hopefully, there's one day where I get to see throughout my lifetime where her name is trending because she's released some music. But if that's and last night she didn't she did not prove me wrong. Her name was trending because she was beefing with somebody, a singer, and I'm thinking in my head like Lana Del Rey, she's been featured on movies. Azealia Banks, what have you been featured on? I haven't heard not one of your songs. Like I said, the robber would have been on like, you know what, man, my fault. I shouldn't have done that. He would have had his like mask up on, like he's like, you know what, man, my fault. It's like I'm out here trying to see if people can, because I don't even know Azealia Banks songs. So I'm just having myself prepared for when somebody, they do this to me and things like it's with Azealia Banks. Like I said, I have yet to hear one of her songs. I should listen to them. Maybe I might like them. Who knows? But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. You guys comment below. What are your thoughts on Azealia Banks? And yeah, talk to you guys later. Like, subscribe. Peace.